Nightfall. What I'm about to show you today is how this foreigner tries to manipulate what's going on in the Philippines.
The whole world is looking at Filipinos right now as they're about to elect a late dictator's son to be the president of the Philippines. In other countries, this is what you'll see. And from outsiders watching it unfold, this is what you'll hear.
The son of a guy who terrorized the Philippines for years is now the frontrunner to take over. Bongbong Marcos has shown virtually no remorse for what his father put the country through.
So, why is it that this man is leading a presidential race by a landslide? Yes, over 30 million Filipinos voted for him, at least according to the partial unofficial tally. Is it because Filipinos see something in him that a big part of the world doesn't? One side is already bracing for really dark times.
It's a really dark time for the Philippines right now. I fear that disappearance, torture, politically detained, death, and other unlawful acts against our freedom and human rights might happen again.
While the other is celebrating a bright future ahead.
And as 30 plus millions of Filipino people voted for him, I don't think we have the reasons to be afraid of because, yes, majority of us believe in him. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
There is no reason to be fear because our new elected president is chosen by the majority. And I hope that new administration will help all of Filipinos in call of needs and put some good plans in health, education, economy, and infrastructure.
It's almost like they're living in different realities, holding different sets of facts.
How could I trust a leader who uses disinformation networks to promote himself, fake news, and trolls? How could I support a leader who never liked attending debates, never liked being criticized? There are no fears, and it is the beginning of new era, a new place for Filipino to arise from frustration and hope.
And maybe that is why Marcos Jr.'s call for unity during his campaign has resonated with a lot of people who are simply tired with the so-called toxic division.
So there are foreigners who are trying to give their opinions about our election. The Philippine 2022 election, to be specific. Did they really search for facts? Or rather, just got some random videos on the internet? They didn't even interview those old people on the street. Instead, they interviewed the student, which I guess is not fair. Because you're not even Filipinos and you don't even live in the Philippines. You're just adding chaos. You're just adding hate, not spreading love. You're not helping us to be united. You are helping us to be divided. You didn't even search or interview those old people or random people. Instead, you just interviewed the young ones, especially the students. And why blur their faces? Why blur their faces? Simply because they're not telling the truth. If you think so, that there are fears among Filipinos, I mean, most of the Filipinos right now, didn't you even think why there are 31 million voters or 31 million people who voted for BBM? And didn't you even search that the Philippines is a democratic country, which means the majority wins? But according to Attorney Libayan, it's called plurality. Why do you question those 31 million voters? Are you even better? Are you even smarter? Bottom question is, who are you?